Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. I hope you're all doing well and welcome back to my 2022 goals video. I can't believe we're already at that time of year where we're creating goals for the new year. This whole year has gone by in a flash, like it always does, to be fair. And I'm ready to set some goals, but first off, I'm going to look back on what I set myself at the beginning of 2021 and see kind of if I accomplished them, whether they no longer align with my personal beliefs and direction I want to take in life, etc, etc. Because one thing is really important about goal setting is, yes, you can set all these goals at the beginning of the year, but you can't be too disheartened if you get to the end of the year and you haven't completed some that no longer give you any direction in life. There's no point completing goals just for the sake of it because you set them in January, but you no longer align with them in December, if that makes sense. So we're going to reflect on what I set myself in 2021 and kind of discuss whether they still stand true to me, whether I've completed them, or whether I just think they were just put in there to make myself a goals list when they don't really matter to me. Basically, I'm not going to record my screen this time, but I will be reacting to my video. I'm just going to click through the video and see what the goals were and then discuss them. So without further ado, let's hop into it. Okay, so goal number one was to have no pressure on reading in 2021 because, like I said in the video, I did accomplish 100 books in 2020, which was a goal I never, ever, ever thought I would achieve because of lockdown and COVID and stuff. It just allowed me to have that extra bit of time to dedicate to reading. So in 2020, I did read 100 books. Never something that I kind of want to push myself to do again because it took out a lot of energy from me. It took out a lot of time from other family events and doing other things that make me happy, like bullet journaling, scrapbooking, spending time with my boyfriend, etc, etc. So goal number one was to have no pressure in reading in 2021, which I would say I've done because I've definitely taken a step back on the pressure of if I don't feel like reading, I won't read, and that is just such a nice feeling to have. And because of that, I've still managed to read a lot because I haven't pressured myself to read constantly, so I just kind of read with the flow. And I have, as of filming this on the 17th of December, I've reached 90 books. I'm not going to reach 100 books. I will be very close to reaching 100 books this year, but I'm not putting that pressure on myself to read 100 books because last year I did reread some books to make sure that I got that 100 books just to say that I've done it. Whereas this year I'm just going to read what I want to read, and if I get 99 books, I get 99 books. I don't care about that round figure anymore. So that was goal number one. Goal number two was to read 50 books, and I have done that. Like I just said, I have got to 90 books. So almost double like I had done in 2020, but I only set 50 books because it's something that I know is easily achievable for me now, and I don't like the pressure of setting a goal that is challenging to me because I like seeing the fact that I'm ahead of my schedule or the fact that I've reached it and I now have no pressure to read. So I definitely always stick to 50 books. Whether I can read more or not, that is out of the question. I don't care. I just set it at 50. It's a nice round number and it's something that I can usually easily achieve. And 50 books is my goal for 2022 as well, because what's new? It's been a routine now for 7 years since I set my first ever Goodreads account up in 2014, and I've set it at 50 books every single year. Goal number three is the fact that I wanted to read more adult books, like more adult fiction, and 100% definitely something that I've dipped my toe massively into this year is adult fiction, adult contemporary, adult romance, and I've had a whale of a time, and it's just shown me that my reading tastes are changing. And no matter how good YA is these days, and I still do love YA on time to time, but I'm definitely more of a reader now that reads adult more predominantly than YA, and that's because I'm now turning 25 in 2022, so I'm definitely coming up to my mid-20s, which is so scary, but I'm just relating more to adult fiction now, and that's absolutely fine. I found some great adult fictions this year, and yeah, I just want to continue on that trend and just continue exploring more and more adult contemporary. Goal number four for me in 2021 was to read more non-fiction, which I definitely think I've achieved. I haven't read as much as I would have liked, but I didn't put a number on this goal just because very beginning of this year I was getting into the non-fiction genre, so I don't want to put pressure on myself to read a certain amount in case I figured out that non-fiction wasn't for me. I have indeed found out that non-fiction, more like memoirs, are for me. I want to keep making that a goal in 2022 because I have discovered some really, really good non-fictions this year, and I want to keep up just reading more because I think they are a great genre. And I feel like non-fiction is kind of looked down upon because in school you read a lot of non-fiction and textbooks and people kind of perceive it as a boring kind of genre, but it's not. There can be some amazing non-fiction, specifically memoirs, out there. Goal number 5 for me was to pre-order more and to support my favourite authors, and I definitely did this. I pre-ordered not that many books this year. I only pre-ordered around 5 or 6, but I definitely enjoyed doing it. I'm buying books without money coming out of my bank account immediately, and also obviously they are supporting my favourite authors as well. So I pre-ordered books like We Are Not Broken by George Johnson. I pre-ordered Walking on Sunshine by Giovanna Fletcher. I pre-ordered The Mask Falling by Samantha Shannon to get the signed edition. And so it just gives you that little bit more of an excitement towards that book as well if you're pre-ordering it way in advance, because you know that you're going to get that copy, and it just makes you more and more excited to receive it once it's been released. And it comes out on release day, like it gets delivered to you on release day, which is also another massive benefit, because then you can just read it there and then on release day if you wanted to, once it's been delivered to you. So it's definitely something that I will continue to do in 2022. Goal number 6 last year was to boycott Amazon, and I was very fixated on this fact that I didn't want to support Amazon anymore when it came to buying books, because not only do they deliver books that are sometimes so badly damaged, like I've had Anxious People by Beartown, like the whole back cover completely ripped in half. Like sometimes they have really bad at delivering. Obviously they are like a multi-billionaire company and they don't need any more money. But Amazon is so convenient at times that I have still used it, but I've definitely cut back. And I think that was my main aim really. I think I used boycotting Amazon as clickbait maybe a little bit back then, because I put it in my title, and it was definitely a movement I wanted to address, that I don't think people need to use Amazon as much as people do, and obviously it's better to support independent bookstores and just independent shops in general. But Amazon does have those benefits of really quick delivery if you pay for Prime, and books are obviously cheaper, so if you don't have an extensive amount of funds, spend money on books, then Amazon is a great option. So yes, I have still used Amazon. I'm putting my hands up, I've still used Amazon, but I have definitely used it less than I have in the past, and it's still a conscious effort I'm going to make in 2022 to reduce that use even further and continue to support local bookstores. And a book website that I really enjoy ordering from is bookshop.org, which is a collective website of loads of independent bookstores. So you can kind of shop from your comfort of your own home, loads of different independent bookstores, which I think is great. So it's definitely something I'm going to continue working towards in 2021 too. Jesus Christ. So those were all my bookish goals for 2021. There are a few non-bookish goals I put in this video, so I'm just going to quickly reflect on those as well. Goal number 7, or my first kind of like lifestyle non-bookish goal, was to buy a vlog camera. And you guys, yes, I managed to invest and buy myself a vlog camera, the Sony ZV-1, which I absolutely adore. It's an incredible, incredible camera, and I highly recommend it if you're looking into investing in a vlog camera yourself. The autofocus is incredible, the quality is amazing, and I couldn't recommend it enough. It's a great, great, great vlog camera, and I'm so glad that I was able to tick off that goal this year. Not really a goal, but something that I wanted to work towards, and I managed to do it. And yeah, it's definitely made my YouTube content higher quality, and I'm so glad that I was able to spend that money and get something that I really, really wanted, and to expand my kind of YouTube channel. Oh my god. Goal number 8 was to host a live show. Guys, not only have I hosted weekly live shows, I've hosted impromptu reading sprints, I've also hosted my own month-long readathon with 2 live shows a week during that month. So I think I've definitely smashed that goal out of the park. I can't believe hosting a live show was a little goal of mine. It was nerve-wracking at first, like 100%. It was so nerve-wracking to click go live on my first ever live stream. But it's such an amazing way to interact with you guys, and definitely something I'm so glad I just dove into the deep end with and did, because yeah, they're amazing. Live shows are incredible. Oh, this is sad. Okay, so now we're on to like the miscellaneous goals that have nothing to do with reading or YouTube, and the first one was to get a Disney fix. And unfortunately, due to COVID still being very predominant in everyone's lives, I haven't managed to go back to Disneyland, Paris, or Walt Disney World, but something that did happen this year is me and Mark booked to go next year. So that is kind of like my Disney fix. We had the energy, we had the excitement of, oh my god, we booked it, we're going next year. So that's definitely kind of been my mini Disney fix of this year. Although I haven't gone, I've booked to go next year for my birthday. I've never ever, out of all the times I've gone to Disney, been there for my actual birthday. And so the fact that, getting teary, the fact that I'm going for Disneyland Paris's 30th anniversary, which is also my 25th birthday, is just going to be so incredible. And it'll be Mark's first time to Disneyland Paris, and it's just, we're going for like 4 days, and then we're extending our trip to see Mark's family who live out in France as well. So it's just going to be a really, really special holiday. It's going to be our first solo holiday together, me and Mark, and it's going to be our first holiday obviously post-COVID, during COVID time isn't so intense, hopefully, fingers crossed. So I'm really hoping that goes ahead. And yeah, that's been my little Disney fix this year, is booking it. So in 2020, one of my main goals was to become a spin instructor. And that didn't happen because of COVID and courses getting cancelled and stuff. And in 2021, at the beginning of 2021, I still wanted that as to be a goal that I had achieved by the end of the year. However, the longer and longer it took to kind of sort out, the more I realised instructing for me is not the right time in my life to do it. I'm so focused on making YouTube videos and I have so much fun doing it that adding another thing to my plate right now is just not the best thing for me, because I work 8 till 5. I obviously upload 2 videos a week that I absolutely love doing. I vlog and I have family time and I see Mark and I need to read, and I don't need to read, but I want to read. And just having another thing on top of that by learning to be a spin instructor, which is a 6-week intensive course, and then obviously taking evenings out to teach spin, for me right now it's not the right time in my life. Sometimes you'll create goals at the beginning of the year that no longer align to you by the end of the year, and you don't need to feel like a failure for not accomplishing those. You just need to reflect on those goals and understand that you're a different person than you were at the beginning of the year when you set those goals, and it's absolutely fine to disregard some goals now, and this is definitely one I'm disregarding for now. I would still love to be a spin instructor of some sort, it's just not the right time in my life personally. And the last goal I had for 2021 was to donate to a charity. I haven't had the funds to do that yet because I don't want to just donate like £5 there, £10 there. I want to like do a big donation, and I just haven't had the funds to do that because Mark and I are planning to save up. So once again, it's another one of those goals that I kind of just put there because I wanted to work towards it. It's just kind of not aligning to where I'm at in my life once again right now, because Mark's and mine's main priority, apart from going to Disneyland Paris next year, which is a very expensive trip, is also to move out, and we're currently saving a shit ton of money so we can move out and buy our first place together. So at donate to charity, I still really want to do. There are, like I said in that video, some charities that I really want to give back to. Alzheimer's Society is one of them, Raise Sunshine is another, Great Ormond Street and Kidney Care UK just are the 4 really important charities to me because of personal things. So I would love to give back, whether it's at donating or volunteering. I used to volunteer for Raise Sunshine back in the day and I'd love to do that again, but Corona. So yeah, definitely I want to involve my life heavily in the future around charity and giving back and donating and volunteering and stuff, but time of my life right now is not the right time. And those were all my 2021 goals. So yes, I completed some of them, I didn't complete others, but like I keep saying, all it is reflecting back on what I did achieve and what I no longer align with. So now we've got those 2021 goals out of the way, let's hop into the goals, or intentions now I'm calling them, that I would like to achieve in 2022. Okay, I'm going to quickly run through these because I don't want this video to be really long and some of them are quite personal to me, so I'll say like the main broad goal, but I won't go too much into depth. So the first one, of course, is setting my Goodreads reading goal to 50 books. I think this is very achievable, but once again, I'm no pressure on reading this year, like I said in 2021, and I've really enjoyed not having the pressure of reading, and I'm taking it even more chill this year with my second goal of having a less structured reading. If you've seen my yearly reflection book tag, and if you didn't know, I did create an original book tag called the yearly reflection book tag, where it's all about wrapping up your stats for the year, reflecting on what goals you did, etc, etc, then I highly recommend checking it out. I'll link it up above and down below, and feel free to do it yourself and tag me in it because I'd love to see other people's answers. But in that video I stated that I wanted a less structured reading, which meant less pressure on completing TBRs, less pressure on completing books by the end of the month. And what was the third one? There was a third reason. TBRs, carrying. I don't know, what was the lot? Was it only 2? Who knows? Anyway, I want a less structured reading year, which I think will be absolutely doable because I managed a lot less pressure on myself in 2021, so I have full faith in myself that I'll be able to make an even more relaxed reading year in 2022. The next one, which I also kind of mentioned quickly in my yearly reflection book tag, was that I wanted to have 50% of my pie chart when I come to the end of the year with my stats being diverse reads, making a conscious effort for each month to have 50% of my books written by POC authors or have POC characters in. The next one I would love to do is clear my NetGalley backlist. I'm currently 67% like read, I guess, on NetGalley. I currently have 2 outstanding books, and that might not sound bad. Some people probably have a lot more, but 2 books I just don't care for reading, and I just kind of requested them for the fun of it, and I got approved for them, and I don't really want to read them. So kind of feeding into that, the next goal is to not request books unless they are anticipated releases that I'm really, really looking forward to, i.e. last year I requested and got approved for reading Walking on Sunshine by Giovanna Fletcher early. So of course I took that opportunity and I read the book early. And once again, I've already requested a book on NetGalley, which is Anything Could Happen by Lucy Diamond, which comes out in January. So there are some books that I will still be requesting on NetGalley, but I just want to make a conscious effort to only request books that I've heard of, that I'm excited for, rather than just browsing NetGalley for the sake of it and just requesting books for fun. I don't want to do that. I don't want to have the pressure of reading NetGalley arcs because I hate the formatting of NetGalley arcs, and I just rather wait for books to come out than read loads of books early on my phone in a really shit way when the formatting is really bad. The next one is kind of YouTube focused, and that is to create non-bookish content next year. I kind of dipped my toe into it this year and I have really enjoyed it, but I would love to get back into bullet journaling content, and I'd love to just create more lifestyle content. Obviously I'll be vlogging my Disney trip. That's definitely a non-bookish video and more lifestyle, but I just kind of want to branch out. In January I'll be doing a month-long vlog where I spin every single day and just kind of see what my mental attitude is towards spin at the end, what mental attitude is in the middle of it, like, and just kind of see like body image results and stuff as well, just for the fun of it, because I absolutely love spin, and I think challenging myself to spin every single day for the entire month will be very interesting, and I want to vlog it for you guys. I've had this idea for ages, but I've been being inspired by Rhiannon from The Welsh Reader to kind of just put myself out there a bit more, because she's currently doing Fitmas, which is such an inspiring vlog series where she works out every single day in December, and it's so inspiring to watch, and yeah, she's inspired me. So on the theme of YouTube, I will be, and I've put it as a goal because I know it's one that I can easily accomplish, and that is to host Magic Hopathon Round 2, which is coming in April, and I'm so excited. If you didn't know, I did host a readathon in October last year called Magic Hopathon, which was inspired by Walt Disney World and to celebrate their 50th. If lighting or anything has changed, it's because my camera overheated and I had to stop recording for a little bit. 50th anniversary, and it was incredible. I had so much fun, and I always kind of planned to host another one, and it just kind of fitted perfectly that Disneyland Paris, like I said before, is turning 30 in April, so I will be bringing it back to help celebrate Disneyland Paris's 30th anniversary. So look forward to that, and that's definitely a goal that I've put on my list because I know it's definitely achievable. And the last kind of YouTube / reading goal I have of mine is to focus on my Instagram presence. I'm really good at doing stories, I think anyway. Like, I'm good at updating you guys on my stories, but I hate posting on my feed. I hate it. I just feel so much pressure, and I just feel so unmotivated because there's so many people out there that do incredible photos for Bookstagram, and I just don't have that creativity. I'm creative, but I'm not creative in photography whatsoever, and I just don't like taking photos for my feed. What I am hoping to do with this goal is to work on posting more on my feed, make it less kind of pressure, which is an overall theme of 2022. It's just no pressure in life, don't stress over things you can't control, etc. But definitely put less pressure on myself to post like aesthetically pleasing photos and just kind of post photos to update you guys. So I want to make it like a consistent thing. That's one of the main goals, subcategories of this goal, is to make it consistent. So even if I only post like twice a month, if I make it consistent. And I also love to delve deeper into creating reels. That is the last kind of reading / YouTube kind of a goal for me this year. It's quite an extensive list. I have broadened my goals this year just for the fact that I want to really push myself this year in what I feel like I'm capable of, because I felt like a lot of 2021, yes, I was doing stuff, but was it really helping me leap and take that stepping stone into the next kind of area of life I want to be in? Possibly no. So I'm kind of creating all these goals to maybe help discover where I want to be in this time next year, etc. And then on the topic of that, some of my personal goals this year, very broad, very much more just allowing myself to be more free and to be more creative again and put less pressure on myself. The first one is to get back into journaling and scrapbooking, and a subcategory in that is to finally finish my Disney scrapbook. I got all my photos printed from my college program back in 2019. I finally got my photos printed last year, and I started filling out the scrapbook, but I just stopped. So that is a specific goal I would like to achieve, is to complete the Disney scrapbook before all my memories kind of go out of my brain and I can't complete the scrapbook because all my memories have gone because I have a shit memory. So that is definitely one. And also the fact that I have brought a scrapbook, like a A5 one, to just put any random thoughts in, heavily inspired by Chloe from Chloe Reads Books, one of my booktube besties. And I've also brought a 1 line a day 5-year journal again. I love capturing memories, I love capturing moments, And before COVID, I did a 1 line a day, I did a 1 second a day, I scrapbooked, I journaled my thoughts, and I also had a bullet journal. Since COVID, because nothing has really happened, I fell off the bandwagon of doing my 1 line a day. I fell off the bandwagon of doing my 1 second a day. I fell off the bandwagon of scrapbooking because there was just nothing to scrapbook. And I just really just want to get back into doing all these sorts of things because I love capturing memories and looking back on past journals and past 1 second a day videos and past the one sentence a day's journals just makes me so happy looking back on all my memories, and I just feel so sad that I wasn't able to capture as much in 2020 and 2021. So that's definitely a major goal of mine, is to like rediscover my love of journaling and make it a consistent thing back in my life again, so I can look back in a year's time and just see all my journaling and all my memories and all that sort of stuff. I would love to take another spin class in person. These are all kind of due to COVID. Due to COVID, I brought my own spin bike and I pay a monthly fee of a certain figure to have unlimited classes. And I love spinning in the comfort of my own home. I love being able to have the flexibility of spin whenever I have free time. Usually that is in the morning because I love working out in the morning. However, there's just nothing beats being in person spin classes because you have the dark room, you have all the fun disco lights, you have the really loud pumping music, and you have that like instructor there with you doing it all, and you kind of get that motivation from them. I love spinning at home. I'm so glad that I invested in my own spin bike, but there's just something missing. I spin with a bedroom light on, I spin with my headphones in, so the music isn't as like powerful, and I just miss being in person, but I just can't justify spending like 13 quid on a single class when I can spend 30 quid a month for unlimited classes. But it's definitely something that I just need to just kick in the butt and just book a class. I'm not going to book a class, like I'm filming this obviously on the 17th of December. I'm not going to book a class for 2021 now because I want to be COVID free for Christmas so I can spend it with my family. So I do not want to be getting COVID in the next week or so. At the beginning of the year, we don't know how the new variant is going to take hold. So I probably won't be doing this in like the first quarter, but I definitely want to have something planned for the second quarter. Around my birthday would be brilliant to go into a spin class again. The next one is associated with journaling, and that is to advance my calligraphy. I absolutely love doing calligraphy. Once again, it kind of connects to journaling and scrapbooking. But I learnt myself how to do the really basics of calligraphy, which is press and hold down hard for the downstrokes and really light on the upstrokes, so you get that calligraphy sort of feel and look. But I don't know calligraphy, and I would love to really evolve my calligraphy this year, really advance it and make my handwriting a lot better in the calligraphy kind of realm. And probably to do this would be to invest in Skillshare. Not sponsored, I wish it was sponsored, that'd be cool. And I just think paying 10 quid a month to have creative classes at my fingertips so I could learn different creative things, maybe improve my editing, improve my calligraphy, maybe just get loads of different ideas on how to like color grade and all sorts of stuff. I just think it would be a great investment for me, which moves swiftly on to I want to invest in my channel this year. Not only in maybe Skillshare so I can learn how to edit better and color grade better and all that sort of stuff, but I would love to invest in my channel in finally thinking about the idea of 1, an Etsy, 2, relaunching my blog in a way that I can produce newsletters. I would love to do, which then goes into Skillshare, learning how to do all the SEOs, learning how to do newsletters, how to do emailing addresses, like address lists, mailing lists, and all that sort of stuff. I would love to invest in myself as a brand because I love what I do for a career, but it's not my forever career. I don't find passion in it. I do it because it gets me money, and I do it because sometimes I enjoy it, and I know that's a lot of people's perception of jobs, is you do it to get by, or some days you're gonna hate it, some days you're gonna love it. And yes, I agree with that, but I want something that I wake up and really look forward to doing, and at the minute that job isn't that, and I would love further down the line to work for myself. And the sooner I start to invest in myself as a brand, the sooner that dream can become a reality. And I know that I'm turning 25 and that's still such a young age, but because I date someone older and we're moving out and we're like thinking of our future and stuff, I just feel like I'm a lot older than I am. So I have that like internal pressure to get my shit together. And if that means investing in myself this year to advance myself into a career that I really want to like pursue, then that's absolutely fine with me. And I would love to invest more, whether that's time, money, etc., into my own brand and just get a head start and a stepping stone into kind of just making Rachel Cerys more of a brand. So yeah, that is like my really big goal. So just to recap, there are a lot of goals this year that I would like to achieve, but the main overall kind of arching theme, I guess, is to have less pressure on myself and to focus on myself, to become the best version of myself, can I say myself more times, and invest in myself. That is like, so really, 2022 should all be about me. That's what we've got from this video. I need to make next year about me. I need to invest in myself, put less pressure on myself, and allow myself to pursue a career that I really want to do and create the stepping stones to do that. So those are my goals, 2022 goals for next year. I'm really, really excited for the new year to start. I'm just in that like lull now where I just want to finish work for the year and just have an almost 2-week break. I'm so looking forward to it and just get ready to start a year fresh. I love fresh starts. They hold something to me that I just get so motivated for, and I cannot wait to start the new year. So without further ado, that is the end of the video. I do have a video planned where I take you through my Notion, my journals and my bullet journal to show you how I'm going to achieve those goals and what steps I have in place to make sure I make those a focus throughout the entire year rather than just going full throttle out of the gates in January and then falling off them for the rest of the year. So look forward to that video and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a massive thumbs up, subscribe down below to see future content from me, comment down below what are some of your goals next year, let me know, I would love to know. Let's motivate each other in the comments down below, and without further ado, I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.